Welcome back to JT on the Go. Today we are in Florence, Italy. We will be traveling on Trenitalia once again. This time we are heading to Venice, Italy. But first we are going to check out Florence's own Santa Maria Novella train station. The station was built between 1932 and 1934. It is a prime example of Italian modernism. However, I find it not impressive as other Italian train stations. The station is quite small, but it is pretty busy. In fact, Firenze Santa Maria Novella is one of Italy's busiest train stations. Our train to Venice will leave at 12:28. It turns out that there is a new underground station planned for the future in Florence for high-speed trains, which can speed up the travel time between Venice and Naples and Milan. When traveling in or out of Florence here, it is important not to trust anyone except for the station employees when asking for help to carry your bags, finding your train, or needing help with the ticket machines. It's better to be safe. Alright, our train is on the list. It will arrive on platform 9. The cheapest cost for this trip is €34.90. Trip time to Venice is 2 hours and 14 minutes. When you purchase second class, you will have a reserved seat. They do have specific numbers that indicate the specific coach on the train your seat is in. Our train is the Frecciarossa 1000. If you are a subscriber to JT on the Go, this train set appeared in one of my previous videos. In 2023, I reviewed first class on another Frecciarossa 1000 from Madrid to Valencia. That was on Iryo. My early observation is this train set is a lot cleaner than the Iryo one I rode on. This train is traveling between Rome and Venice, so this train came from Roma Termini, Rome's main train station. Trains are the most common way of travel here in Italy. Although it is an express train, it will be making a few stops on the way to Venice. We're now leaving Florence and beginning our journey from the center of the Renaissance to the city of canals. Crossing between coaches on the Frecciarossa 1000 is of course a breeze. I'm gonna see if Trenitalia's Frecciarossa 1000s are any different from Iryo's Frecciarossa 1000s. It is currently lunchtime, so let's get something to eat in the cafe car. I wanted pizza, but they were sold out. I recommend getting something in the station prior to riding the train so this won't happen to you. There are handlebars below the tables to hold on to if needed. All of this does look the same as the cafe car on the Iryo train sets. On this train, the cafe car has the only accessible restroom for the handicap. The seat configuration in second class is 2x2. If you want to get a feel for first class on the Frecciarossa 1000, I recommend checking out my video about Iryo from Madrid to Valencia. Time to check out the restroom. There's an electrical outlet in the restroom. Expect to find an air dryer for your hands. The lever on the left is for the soap. And the button in the middle is to operate the sink. Full on soap and running water. Thumbs up for that. The toilet. These train sets have glass doors that can be opened by buttons like this. The red lights for the restroom tell you it's occupied while the green lights tell you it's not occupied. Below the seat is outlets for charging that require adapters for anyone coming outside of Europe. An armrest. This table can actually be opened and expanded. There is a small trash can below the cup holders. The shelves on this train can store a lot of luggage. It turns out there is a new fast Wi-Fi on board, but I did not connect to it. This whole time we've been traveling through a series of tunnels to get out of Florence. There are handlebars on some seats for support as you walk through the train. The first part of this trip is basically marked by going in and out of tunnels. That's because we are coming to our first stop. Bologna is known for the famous Bolognese sauce. Now we are making our way through the suburbs. Even though we're stopping at some towns, this train passes others local trains serve. This is an example, though this station serves the same town that we just left from. The Frecciarossa 1000 train set is Trenitalia's flagship train, which were manufactured by Hitachi and Alstom before entering service starting on June 14, 2015, for Frecciarossa under Trenitalia, operating on Italy's high-speed lines. This train has no power cars on each end. Instead, half of the cars on the train set apply power to move the train, having trucks which look like this, while the rest of the cars on the train set don't apply power to move the train, having trucks that look like that. Because of this, the Frecciarossa 1000 can carry more people than other Trenitalia high-speed train sets. These train sets got the nickname Red Arrow because in English, Frecciarossa means red arrow. Of course, there is a rack for oversized luggage. This has got to be the smallest Italian town I've ever seen. Our next town is Ferrara. That must be it up there. Fun fact, Ferrara was named the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization World Heritage Site in 1995. On the opposite side of the platform is a Trenitalia ETR 500 heading in the opposite direction. Now we are on the move to Venice. The Red Arrow is capable of reaching 400 kilometers an hour or 248 miles per hour, though its commercial speed is 360 kilometers an hour or 223 miles per hour. In recent years, they began to operate outside of Italy. The Red Arrow can operate in Italy, France, Germany, the Netherlands, Switzerland, and Spain. They can travel on the Trenitalia Milan to Paris line. In 2022, Iryo, a new high-speed carrier in Spain that was founded in 2015, got their own batch of Red Arrows to be used on Renfe's high-speed network. They began on the Madrid to Barcelona line. Now, you can take them anywhere in Spain from Madrid. The difference between Trenitalia and Iryo is Trenitalia is Italy's state-owned railway, while Iryo is a private company that has Trenitalia as one of its owners. What we see here is a bunch of farms. Looks like they are growing olives or grapes. Olive oil is a product that originated from the Mediterranean basin, which includes Italy. When this line was constructed, the Florence to Venice line was part of the high-speed line connecting Venice to Turin. The first piece of the Florence to Venice line was the Florence to Bologna part, which opened in 2009. We're slowing down for our next stop. This is Padova. The cafe cart is used to load passengers in wheelchairs. This may add some extra time to your journey, but I think it's great to accommodate access to all. I saw it happen, but I was changing the battery while that was happening. Next stop, Venice. But our first stop is outside of the city. Because Venice is like an island, the only way for the train to reach it is over the bridge. Venice S. Lucia is the main train station in Venice. Venice is below sea level like New Orleans, and the entire city is surrounded by a lake. It's not just the trains that are connected to Venice this way. Road vehicles and streetcars also have access to the city. It turns out that there are 4 main tracks. The first pair are for high-speed trains, the second pair is for slower local type trains. Now we are approaching Venice. Like I said in my video about Iryo, if I had to ride the Frecciarossa 1000 again, I would, and I did it. This is a very reliable form of transportation and offers tourists great flexibility at reasonable cost. We are pulling in right next to an Italo high-speed train set, which will be a topic for another video. Because I didn't have anything to eat before or during this trip, I had to run to the station to get something because I was starving. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and follow my Instagram account for more train videos. There are lots of things to explore and I'll bring you along. Take care.